1. Welcome. Laura rented a house in a small, remote village, hoping to spend a few months in peace and solitude. The city was wearing her out, the hustle and bustle was making her depressed, and the only thing she wanted was quiet. The house looked old, but sturdy: wooden walls, a fireplace, Victorian-style furniture. The only thing that alarmed Laura was the lack of windows. Instead, mirrors hung in all the rooms, large, heavy, in carved frames. There were a lot of them, and they covered almost all the walls. "It's a strange design decision," she muttered as she passed the mirror in the living room. Her reflection seemed too clear, but she paid it no mind. 2. Reflections. The first night Laura couldn't sleep. It seemed as if someone was in the house. She heard light footsteps outside the walls, but she wrote it off to the old house and its familiar creaks. The most disturbing part, however, was the feeling of being watched. Every time she turned her head to the mirror, she saw only her reflection, but something inside told her it wasn't moving the way it should. The next day she decided to examine all the mirrors. One in the bedroom struck her as odd. It seemed deeper than it should be, as if there was a darkness inside, stretching out into infinity. She reached out, touched the cold surface, and shuddered. She felt the mirror move forward a little. 3. Whispering. On the third night, Laura awoke to a barely audible sound. It was a whisper coming from the mirrors. She froze, her heart pounding frantically. She couldn't make out the words, but she thought the voices were arguing, as if deciding what to do with her. She grabbed the lantern and walked around the house. The whispers died down as she approached the mirrors, but as soon as she stepped back, the voices returned. Laura tried to sleep, but before she did, she glanced at the bedroom mirror. Her reflection stood just as she did, but its lips were moving even though she hadn't spoken a word. 4. Crack. In the morning, Laura found a thin crack on the living room mirror. She didn't remember dropping anything or hitting it. Looking into the reflection, she saw something strange. Something seemed to move in the depths of the mirror, a dark shadow, almost imperceptible. She tried to look away, but her reflection lingered for a moment before following her. Laura recoiled back. She must have just imagined it. But doubts were already beginning to gnaw at her mind.